Welcome to the Bean Apple. We're back, season 2. We've made it through an entire year, episode 1. Going to take you through the entire year. Baseball's back. This is what we started with, and we've circled around once, and here we are. So looking to grow considerably this year. We've done a great job, I think, in our initial year. We're going to keep growing with you guys, and I'm excited about it. So please, if you're just joining us, subscribe. Make sure you comment. Join the conversations, join the discussions. Let us know. We're going to be breaking down the Patriots quarterback situation and how ugly it is getting quickly, and the anticipation and fright that I think all Patriots fans are now starting to feel as things are starting to shake out in the NFL world. So with that, we got John, Jim, Joe. We're here. Let's have some fun. How you guys doing?
Fantastic.
Good. So Patriots quarterbacks non-existent. Stafford gone.
Do you need a quarterback?
What are we doing?
Who needs a quarterback, really? Right?
I mean, apparently we don't, because we still really don't have one. So Cam Newton is free, right? So we don't even have him. We don't even have what we had last year. So looking at the list of free agents, and I'm not going to talk about any quarterback that's with a team right now. Everyone keeps thinking Jimmy G. I said it last year. I think if he does get released or traded, I think the Pats try and go after him. I truly do. But right now, he's still on a team. Up for about probably the next couple of weeks, he's going to still be on the San Francisco 49ers. And unless the San Francisco 49ers feel confident about another quarterback that's out there, they're not going to let him go. I mean, he took him to a Super Bowl 2 years ago. Hate him or like him. I mean, he took him to a Super Bowl 2 years ago. He was hurt. That whole team was hurt last year. So you can't really judge the 49ers on what happened last year because, I mean, God, they went through 4 quarterbacks last year. But anyways, enough for San Francisco. So looking at the quarterbacks that are free agents, it quite frankly scares the living daylights out of me. Top one would be Dak Prescott. One or two things going to happen with Dak. He's either going to get franchised, which I think he will, or Jerry Jones will come to his senses and sign him to a 4-year deal or a 5-year deal, whatever he wants. He played the tag. He had that horrific leg injury. Hopefully he can't come back because he's a good quarterback. But he's the right guy for that team, too. I mean, it wasn't his fault that they couldn't win. It was the defense. So do I see Dak going anywhere but Dallas? Hell no. Not happening.
So you really think though they're going to sign him to like a 4-year deal, not knowing how well he's going to come back from that injury?
Yeah, but I have a feeling they're going to have a pretty good idea how he's healing. I mean, I'm sure he's going through physical therapy. The doctors are telling him where he is. So they should have some sort of idea. And quite honestly, the 4-year turns into a 3-year, because even if he doesn't come back until, say, October of this year or whenever he's coming back, you're just basically buying him for the next 3 years anyways, because if you franchise him, you're still paying him almost $40 million. So why not just give him what he wants? He's the right guy for that team. Right. How they afford all those guys, I still don't understand. I mean, it's kind of like the Rams. Right. It's like they don't have a salary cap.
But the question is, why didn't they do it before he got hurt? Right? They didn't do it. There was a reason why Jones didn't sign him. And now he's going to sign him after that bad injury. I don't know. I don't know if there's a guarantee he's coming back or going to be franchised.
True. Right? But Jones didn't want to give him the 4th year. Jones offered him a 3-year, like 110 or what? I mean, I think the money was there. It's just, I think Prescott wanted that 4th year or 5th year. I can't remember what it was. So just a weird situation. But you're right. But I mean, if he does come back healthy, who's Dallas going to go after? I think him getting hurt and throwing in Andy Dalton proved that, they really do need Dak Prescott. I think that just showed how much they do need him.
Yeah. Well, maybe that turns the light on for Jones and says,
it scares him straight. Yeah. You know what I mean? So as I start looking at the free agents, I'm like, okay, who else is out there? And the list isn't very long. Trubisky is Trubisky going to win a Super Bowl? No. Trading for Darnold, the Jets won't trade him to the Patriots. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. You can't do that. You can't do that.
Yankees and Red Sox made a trade.
Yeah, but it's not like they were trading Yaz for Winfield. You know what I mean? It was. It's just not going to happen, I think. So quite honestly, one of the scenarios that I actually hope happens just to have another quarterback out there, and I can't believe I'm going to say this. I hope Drew Brees comes back, because then that means I know, Joe. Look, what else do I have?
Well, let's hear it. You hope he comes back, and then
I hope he comes back.
Comes back to New England.
Then no. I hope Drew. No, I don't want Drew Brees in New England. I think. Well, I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but it's not going to happen. He would retire as Saint, but I hope he comes back just so they don't have to re-sign Winston, because then that's another free agent quarterback. I mean, the guy threw for 30 touchdowns, 5K yards a couple of years ago, 38 interceptions or whatever the hell it was. I get it, but I think maybe under Belichick, maybe you do better. I don't know. I mean, Sean Payton's an incredible offensive guy, so it's not like it's not like he played for a bad coach. But would he be different under Belichick and that system? I don't know. I don't know, but I mean, no. As I look at the free agents, and you're probably hearing panic in my voice, because I start
a little shaky.
I start seeing Colt McCoy and Matt Barkley, Tyrod Taylor, Andy Dalton. I mean, Mike Glennon, Blaine Gabbert.
What about
Brett
that guy Sudafed in Philly? How about him?
Sudafed's still on there too. Nate Sudafed.
Well, Alex Smith looks like he's gonna be available.
No, I don't want him either. I don't want to. It's frightening what we are about to experience. And Joe said this last year, and I know he's chuckling right now. Russell Wilson isn't going anywhere because there's no quarterback to take over that team either. There's no way you can waste those weapons. I don't think. With
it would be something. That would be something if they did unload him.
I can't see it.
Right. I mean, is Carroll going to really let that happen? Well, know, Joe, you're up there.
Yes.
What?
You know what? So let's dive into this for a second, because I had this argument at work yesterday. Why would Seattle trade Russell Wilson? Right? Russell Wilson is not a pocket passing quarterback. He wants to be, but he runs a lot. His legs are his escape. It's what he uses to make plays happen. He's almost 30 years old. So how long is he going to be able to do that for? Right. So he's kind of, to me, like you're pushing 30 years old. He gets hit a lot. Right. And that's why he wants to leave, because he's getting hit so much, but he uses his legs a lot. He runs a lot. If he, how much longer is he going to be able to do this? Another couple years? And then he's going to have to rely solely on his arm, on his being a pocket passer, which most quarterbacks that run have a harder time adjusting to that, right? So if you could unload Russell Wilson right now and I think Russell Wilson for 4 first-round draft picks would not be too much of a reach, or 3 and probably 2 seconds, 3 first, 2 seconds, maybe a third. I think you could get that because of the caliber of quarterback he is. He's won the big games. He shows up in the big games. He's got everything that you want. But to me, like, he doesn't want to be there. He's a running quarterback that's pushing 30. Why would you not at least think about, like, hey, if we could get 4 first rounds, 3 first rounds plus seconds plus thirds for Russell Wilson right now, is this the time to cash in, or are we going to ride this out until he's 33, 34, starting to break down, can't run anymore? And now we're at this point of, do we just let him go? Do we start over again? And then you got nothing. So trading
who do
him,
they use right now? Who did he use?
I don't know. So I was having a conversation. One of the teams he said he wanted to go to was the Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
So what if the Cowboys tag Dak? They trade Dak, Zeke to Seattle for Russell Wilson, and maybe throw in a pick to go with it. And now you've got Dak that you could work a contract out for, and he's still young. And you've got Ezekiel Elliott, who had one bad year, and now all of a sudden everybody thinks sucks. That could be a huge return for Seattle. 3 first-round draft picks, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott.
But I don't see 3 ones going along with a franchise quarterback like Dak and
even if it's
top
2.
5 running back,
even if it's straight up. Is that still a bad trade?
No, I don't think it's a bad trade. It's just,
if you're Seattle, would you do it?
I don't know, man. I can't see how you give up. That's like, I mean, it's like we've been talking. Your team is based on your quarterback. That whole system is geared towards Russell Wilson. I mean, what they need is offensive line help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So if it doesn't matter who you put back there, whoever's standing behind the center is going to have the same problems as Wilson. At least he can move.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Dak is more of a pocket passer than a runner, so that would probably. I don't know. I'm just
time to throw. Right. I mean, I get what you're saying, but
right. It's the argument that I'm making, and the hardest thing for any sports fan is to separate emotion from decisions, right? I mean, but from a management perspective, like I have this all the time with other Jets fans because everybody loves Sam Darnold, and why would you not love him? He's been like a model teammate, never talked shit about Adam Gase. Is the only person in the world I think that managed not to do that. He's been great, and everybody wants to keep giving Sam another year. But from a management and business perspective, if you're the CEO of a company, you're not bringing back a manager who loses money every single year. Like you're going to move on. Whether you like the guy, he could be your best friend. But from a management standpoint, you got to cut emotion out of it. And if you do that with Russell Wilson, you can get 3 first-round draft picks for him for the Patriots. 4, if the Pats could do that.
I mean, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, and then Seattle gets number 15. They take back Jones, and they start over again. And they have 2 first-round draft picks the next couple of years to go with it.
Starting over with that team, I don't know. I mean, is that team?
I don't know.
I mean, at one point they were 9-0 last year.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I'm getting at. So Seattle has $11 million in cap space right now.
Yep. And what's Russell's cap hit?
Probably 30?
Are
35?
You on what are you using over the cap?
No. Cap tracker. Let's see. Russell Wilson's cap hit this year is $32 million.
32. That's a lot. So that would free up an extra
32 million but dead cap is 58.
Dead cap's,
so that's why there.
Yeah, so you're taking a $26 million hit there,
and then that means you can't. So the Dak thing would be almost impossible to pull off.
Yeah, that would be tough.
Unless you go hybrid, unless you bring in like a Cam Newton, I don't know. But I mean, granted,
I don't know.
I mean, at least whoever came in after has receivers to throw to.
Yeah.
You can't deny that. I mean, those receivers are going to make a decent quarterback look really good. So
yeah. If you got DK Metcalf out there for you.
Jameis Winston throwing at those guys, just like he did in Tampa. Except he's going to throw like 5 or 6 of them to Sherman every year. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, even if Freeze comes back, I don't see why they would get rid of Winston.
No,
what's
Freeze would come back for 1 year.
He's going 1 year at best, and he can't even make it 1 year. No, I know, but he was restructuring anyway, right? So didn't he just restructure and
restructure to like a retirement contract, basically?
Right.
So
veteran minimum, but then you have to pay Winston 10? I mean, they paid him 10 last year. They're gonna have to pay him 10 again. They can't afford to. That's why I'm saying if Freeze came back to play, that'd kind of give another free agent quarterback out there because I don't think the Saints could afford him.
Mm-hmm.
And quite honestly, as I look down this list, every one of these quarterbacks I probably wouldn't even want in Tecmo Bowl. Never mind for the Patriots. Geno Smith. I didn't even know the guy still played.
He's the backup in Seattle.
Backing up. Yep. Well, I guess he's a free agent now, then, huh?
Joe Flacco, Ryan Griffin. He got a ring. AJ McCarron. How is he 31? How is he getting paid $4 million last year?
Good for him.
Houston.
What about Haskins? Haskins from Washington.
He went to the Steelers.
He signed with the Steelers. So
they just signed Ben, though. They just signed Ben today.
Yeah, it was probably like a veteran minimum, though.
I think it went down to like 14 to 19 million is what they were saying.
Was Winston 1 million? Was Winston 1 million? Hold on, let's see.
Well, that's what they paid Cam, wasn't it?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't think they paid Winston that, but let's see.
1.1.
1.1, yeah. Including those. I guess so. Huh.
But I mean,
interesting.
What about bringing Brissett back?
we let him go for a reason. You know, I mean,
Well,
granted, Brady was still there. Brady was still there.
But you took advantage of a hot market. I mean, you had a third string quarterback that won a couple games there and was a commodity. Like, why would you not trade him? He's not going to be. He's never going to supplement Tom Brady as a starting quarterback. So you're just going to hold on to I mean, that was a smart move if you ask me. But
I mean, it was, but why did it? So Indy had him for 2 years, right? And they took on a 40-year-old Phillip Rivers, and now they're taking a big risk on a Carson Wentz quarterback. So to me, that's two franchises that really don't think that Jacoby Brissett can be the man, or else they would have paid Jacoby this year and not traded for a guy making $25 million. So something can't be there, and I mean, I like Brissett. I do. Do I think he's the guy? No.
Yeah. I don't think so either. I mean, but right now the Patriots seem like they're just playing for placeholders, right? Because there's nothing long term, and we talked about this earlier when we were going into the offseason. And we've talked about it numerous times since then. Everybody says, "Oh, we'll just trade for Jimmy G. We'll just trade for this quarterback, that quarterback, this other quarterback." That now it's becoming a reality that, like, hey, that's not an option. Like, these teams aren't just giving away their starting quarterbacks for pennies on the dollar because the Patriots called and want them. It doesn't work. Hey, Bill Belichick's calling me. Oh, damn it. Hey, Bill, what's going on? Hey, I want Jimmy G. Send him my way. Damn it. Okay, Bill. Thanks. Yeah.
No.
I don't know if that's how the conversation goes.
I would have absolutely loved Stafford. I would have loved Stafford because he can sling the ball. He can throw the ball. A quarterback that's going to open up the field big time. And then who knows, maybe Kenny Golladay. Well, they got the money to pay, and they're going to have to overpay. You know what I mean? They do. They're in the point where, if they want an Allen Robinson, which I think Chicago's going to franchise him, I don't think there's any way they're going to let him go.
I don't think so.
So who are you going to go after for wide receivers? You know what I mean, who's truly out there? I mean, there's some good ones, but every team is going to be going after them, and they're going to go where the money is and kind of where they can win.
And the quarterback.
And the quarterback, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So that's going to make Jacksonville very appealing to wide receivers because they're going to pair up with Trevor Lawrence. They're going to have a lot of money to spend, but like the Jets and Patriots are 2 and 3 in salary cap space.
Right.
And right now, we don't know who our quarterbacks are.
Right.
So now you've got to convince players to come and, if the Jets have a plan of taking Zach Wilson number 2, at least they could go with that pitch. Like, hey, you come here, we're bringing Zach Wilson in. Dude likes to throw. It's a West Coast offense. We're going to make something happen. But, if they're like, hey, it's Sam Darnold for another year, people are going to be like, no, thank you. You know, like, Sam Darnold, all of 9 touchdowns last year. Sign me up for that. Right. Like, so that's going to take a lot. And then New England, same thing. Like, who is your quarterback right now? Stidham, right?
Yeah.
He's the only one technically on the team, right?
That's your starting quarterback.
Actually, isn't he? He's technically on the team. He's technically on the team right now.
Yeah. So that's your starting quarterback who couldn't beat Cam Newton out when he couldn't break 100 yards passing. And if I'm a Patriots fan, I'm, now what I feel like every year. Like this is my reality that you guys are living. But man, I don't know.
Mark, Mark, I think they will, because how else are they going to get a quarterback there? They franchised Robinson, and at least for a year to entice somebody go to that team, because, I mean, think about it. Chicago's D. I mean, that's a stout D. They still got a good year, 2 years in them. Not a bad running game. They need a tight end. They probably need a complement to
they don't.
Robinson.
They had 7 tight ends going into last year.
Yeah, but they didn't do so well. It was almost like the Patriots tight ends.
Well, they drafted Cole Kmet, who was supposed to be the elite tight end coming out last year. So I don't know if tight end's one of the slowest positions to develop anyway in the NFL. So he might still turn into something. But what's bad with the Bears is by the time their offense turns it around, that defense is going to be on the decline.
Well, and that's
I don't
why
think they're going to
franchise Robinson, because then it's only 1 year. See
who's
who you can
throwing
get
it?
for a quarterback. Well, I mean, that's why you franchise him. So you do have a quarterback to throw to him. I mean,
Who?
whoever. I mean, they have to go after someone. They're going to be in the same boat as New England.
Yeah, because Trubisky and Foles are both free agents, right? So
right. But if I'm a free agent quarterback and my options in New England with whoever, Myers or Allen Robinson, who's going to make me look really good, I'm going to go with Allen Robinson and a great defense.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not that there's a great market out there, but at
Mhm.
least there's a market. I mean, when Russell Wilson tabs Chicago as one of the teams that he'd go to, it's probably because of Allen Robinson. You know what I mean?
maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not because of Cordell Patterson, you know, as much as I like Patterson, but I
Yeah.
mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like, who's going to the Patriots? Who's
Yeah.
quarterbacking the Patriots?
And
You know,
Alex brings up a good point there is the Patriots need wide receiver help as well, because you're losing Damari Bird is a free agent too. So you've got
Yeah.
Henry or N'Keal Harry, who you don't know what you're going to get. I mean, he needs a change of scenery as bad as Sam Darnold does, in my opinion. You could have jumped on Tyrell Williams there when they released him and added at least a deep threat, a speed guy to go and then draft, a nice possession receiver or something like that later on in the draft. And that would have been a nice, at least holdover piece. It's weird how the
Alex,
Patriots are sitting pat.
Well, and I mean, who's out there? I don't know. Is Williams healthy? You know what I mean? Yeah, but Jimmy Graham's 50, and
yeah.
I mean, are we really talking Jimmy Graham as being like the old Jimmy Graham? He's not.
No, he hasn't been.
They don't. Robinson makes that team. He's going to make everybody in that team better because you have to double team them. You know, I get Cole Kmet may be good, but he wasn't good last year. You know, and like Joe said, it takes a while for tight ends unless your name is what's that kid coming out from Florida? I think he's going to be
Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I think Pitts is going to be.
He's going to be a beast.
Insane from the get-go because he's going to line up on the outside too.
Yeah. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to block. He just needs to go out and be Gronk on the field. But yeah, he's going to be ridiculous, I think. But yeah, the Patriots. I mean, I like it from a Jets perspective because it's not scary. It really isn't, and especially if the Jets could do something at quarterback and they draft Wilson, which it's looking more and more likely every day, especially now with the word that they're open to taking phone calls for Sam Darnold. So what they're going to get for him is probably very little, but you got to move him for something at this point.
Right.
So, there's going to be a new quarterback. I think it's probably 90% at this point that they're going with a new quarterback, new coach. It's the GM's quarterback now that he gets to pick finally. And, I just didn't think I'd see the day when the Jets and the Patriots were the bottom of the division. And the Bills and the Dolphins were at the top. I mean, it's insane in how fast. I mean, it's the not for long league, and for the Patriots, it's been a long time that you guys have been riding high. But man, it's man.
I mean, right? You think about, you just mentioned all the guys that are free agents, and you throw Darnold onto that list, not as a free agent, but as potentially available. And who do you like the best? Is Darnold at the top of that list? Forget about whether or not they would trade him to in the same conference or not, same division or not. Is he the guy out of everybody available that you would want or not?
No. I would rather see Winston come than any other free agent quarterback. Just because his potential.
But there's no guarantee Winston's even going to be available. Where Darnold looks like he's available.
Well, he's a free agent, though. Winston is a free agent this year. So, I mean, he can sign with anybody. So, actually, they have a better chance of signing Winston than they do getting Darnold, to be quite honest. Darnold's still playing for the Jets right now. So, I mean, out of that list, and that's why I said, I can't even believe I'm saying it. But what are the other options? Mark?
No, there's nothing.
Matt, who do you guys think is going to be our quarterback next year? I mean, all kidding aside.
So you're just going to draft Mac Jones and he's going to start?
I mean,
that's if he even makes it.
I mean, right? Are you just going to draft a quarterback and opening day? Here you go, get out there.
Right. And Alex,
see what you got.
I think Hunter Henry's going to be the guy that the Patriots are targeting pretty heavy this year.
You think Jacoby, Matt? Maybe because he's been there.
Yeah, he knows the system. He succeeded in the system, but he made like 15 mil last year.
Brian Dawkins, what's up, brother? You think Stidham, huh? Ooh. I don't know, man. I mean, I would have said Stidham last year over Cam. I truly would have. But when everyone's saying we've seen enough of Stidham and you got no playing time or love, shit, that worries me.
Yeah.
If I were the Patriots right now, I'd be going all in on Kyle Rudolph. I mean, I know he's a 10-year vet. But I mean, what, Rudolph? He's been playing for
No, I know he's a vet, but I would not be all in on Kyle Rudolph.
I'm not talking paying him $50 million. I'm just saying at least get him on the team. We need a tight end. He can catch the ball. Kirk Cousins doesn't like throwing it to him. I don't know why.
Well, he does if it's the Thanksgiving game and we're playing the DraftKings slate.
Right.
then you go with Kyle Rudolph because he's going to have 3 friggin' touchdowns. Yeah,
he's going to play really good.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But he blocks crazy too. He's a blocking tight end and he can catch the ball. Just anybody line up at tight end that can catch the ball.
So we put that poll up on Twitter to see what the fans thought. And out of 4,200,000 votes,
who won?
It came to trade up for a quarterback in the draft.
Yeah, I was one of those votes. Trade up. That's what they're going to do.
Trade up was the overwhelming consensus, which is interesting because a lot of the mocks that I'm seeing are showing 4 quarterbacks going in the top 5 picks.
Yeah.
So if you trade up, you got to trade up to Miami at 3 if you want to get a quarterback. You got to jump the Lions. You've got to jump the Falcons. You've got to jump everybody that's there. Carolina, the 49ers. You got to get ahead of everybody, which is going to be interesting. And then you're picking 3. You could pick Fields. You could pick Lance. You could get your boy Mac Jones.
Yeah, but are those guys stepping in and playing right over your boy Mac Jones? I like Mac Jones at Bama, not wearing a Patriots helmet. You know, and Brian, I agree. If Jimmy G is traded, then yes, I said it last year too on the show. I honestly think Jimmy G, if available, you know, I think Belichick would 100% go after him.
I don't think Watson's going anywhere.
I mean, why would you trade him? I would.
You don't need to. You just signed him to a contract. What's he going to do? Retire? That's his option right now.
Yeah. I mean, if I could get 4 number 1s, I mean, because that team isn't going anywhere.
No. Yeah, if you can get 4 1s, but are the 49ers giving up 4 1s?
I mean, if they feel they're close.
But how do you keep a guy? How do you keep a guy that says, I don't want to play? I don't want to play for you.
Even after meeting the coach, he's still the coach. I want out of here.
Yeah. I don't understand it. If I'm the coach, general manager, the owner, whatever, if the guy's going to be a cancer, he's gone. That's it. I don't care who he is. You got to cut him. You got to not cut him, but you got to move him, right?
You
don't just bring him back and say, no, we're gonna let you keep playing. No.
You think they're saying that to get the offer higher? You know what I mean?
I don't know.
I mean, they're not even fielding calls. They're saying for Watson.
It's gone very quiet over the last week or 2. Right?
That's what I mean.
All that.
You haven't heard from Watson though either. Watson hasn't said anything.
Yeah.
You know?
So I thought about. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I'm just saying. Think about it. You haven't heard from anybody. So did Houston say, "Look, I'm just telling everybody, you're not for sale. You keep your mouth shut. I want to see what I can get." Because the more Watson talks, the less teams have to give up. You know what I mean? Because they know they want him out. So maybe they said, "Hey, look, okay, we want you. You don't want us. Keep your mouth shut. Let us play coy for a while so we can truly get something out of it." But then why would he do that? Because that'd be the team he's going to, and then he's losing out there. So that doesn't make any sense either. So I don't know. I don't know.
But yeah, what Carlos wrote there, I thought about that. Is there a chance he says, "I'm not playing. If you don't trade me, I'm sitting. I'm going to opt out. I'm opting out this year.
For
I'm opting out this year." You have no quarterback. Trade me, or you have no quarterback.
Yeah, but they still want him for another 4 years. That's the thing.
Hey, I'm just saying. I mean, what are they going to do? What are they going to do if he says, I'm not there on day one. I don't care.
Yeah, I think he could easily just say, I'm opting out of the season, and then once they trade him, I'm opting back in. Like, okay, I'm back.
For 25, 30 million, oh boy, I'll tell you what, that would be I mean, that's a ballsy move. I'll say that. But man, that's just a lot of money to give up, boy.
It is. It is. But think about it from his perspective, and exactly like Alex is saying, like nobody's going to want to go there.
Right.
Will Fuller, your best, well, you got Brandon Cooks who shows up sometimes, but Will Fuller's gone. There's no way he's resigning there. Why would you? JJ Watt's gone. You restructured. Yeah,
that's brutal. Yeah.
You restructured David Johnson, who looks like a shell of what he was in Arizona. They have nothing, and Watson's going to go out there and get destroyed week in and week out and win 4 games a season for the next how many? He's a free agent probably because that team is just a disaster unless they draft incredibly well, which that won't start till next year because they don't have a first-round pick again. Thank you, Bill O'Brien, for your outstanding leadership. But that team. I mean, Alex is right. I mean, that team is a mess, and it's going to be a mess for years to come.
Fuller's a free agent though too, and I think he has to sit out one more game, 2 more.
Yeah, he's got 1 game left on his suspension, and he's a free agent. Kiki Cutie can't stay healthy either; he's hurt all the time. And Cooks was
nobody keeps Cooks. You notice that?
Right? Why?
Patriots had him free. I mean, it's just nobody keeps Cooks, man. It's almost like Golden Tate.
He's out there again. You can pick him up now. You need a receiver.
That's why I said Golden Tate. Yeah, we'll sign Tate for $2.5 million. That's going to be our big free agent wide receiver splash.
Yeah,
might be.
Oh, and Alex, don't forget to throw Jacksonville in there now too. They're going to be a much better team that they got to play each year. So,
let's slow down on Jacksonville next year. We already talked.
They're going to be much better than they were this year.
Okay, define much better.
They won 1 game this year. They're going to be much better with Trevor Lawrence, $90 million in free agency, 2 first-round draft picks.
What do you think? $4 million? I mean 4 wins.
4 wins.
4 wins.
Well, they get to play the Texans twice. So there's 2.
There you go.
Okay, so there's probably 1. They'll split.
They came in last place in their division, so they're going to have the other week, another week schedule to play. I think. I mean, why not? Why not 5-6 games?
Say 6 and we'll bet. Say 6.
What's the schedule? Who's on their schedule? Bring up the schedule.
I don't even need to know, Jim. Say 6 wins.
How did we get here? How did we get here?
Bring up the schedule
and we'll bet. I don't care if they're playing Cincinnati.
Did he even publish Jacksonville's schedule? I don't think so. I don't think that's. I don't think it's even on. I don't think it's online.
So they're losing to Tennessee twice, and they're losing to the Colts twice. So there's 4 losses right there. So just take those 4 and 1 to the Texans. So there's 5 losses. So they're 1-5. Tell me the other 5 wins.
Are they playing the Jets or the Pats? Are they playing
Bengals, Texans, Colts,
nope.
Texans again, Colts again, Titans,
nope.
Bills, Dolphins, Cardinals, Niners,
nope.
Broncos,
maybe
Rams,
no,
Patriots.
I'll bet you $1,000 that they don't win 6 games.
The Jets, the Seahawks, the Titans.
No.
Wow, 4 wins. 4 wins.
3 at best. 3 at best. They'll be picking number 3 next year. They'll be picking.
What about Minshew? When you go get him?
Oh, yeah. 4 wins.
Stop it right now.
4 wins.
Stop it.
Why not? He's got a hairdo that'll fit in New England. Isn't it? You guys wear those kind of mullets up there?
Is this the shit we're gonna have to deal with forever? I mean, it's really shit. Is this what I'm gonna talk about every year?
Get used to it, yeah. I mean, when baseball season starts, it's going to be for that too. So you're in the same boat in both sports now.
Yeah. I don't know, Alex. I don't know who they're gonna eke out a few wins against on that schedule. That's tough.
The only
Titletown is not in New England anymore.
We are getting.
No, it's in, where is it? Tampa?
Tampa's title town now, yeah.
Who would have thought? Who
That's
would have
right.
thought?
A couple of years ago, it was like the Celtics and the Brewers. Everybody was in the championship mix.
Yeah.
Now, nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, that
Wow,
four
John,
that
I can't
4
hear
and
you.
1.
Is your mic on? I don't hear you say.
I hate you guys. Somebody bet me $1,000 the Jags are going to win 6 games. In fact, where's
Who would take that bet?
Yeah,
Trevor Lawrence Simmons? Maybe he's drinking.
He'll take it. He'll take it.
Yeah.
He said they're winning the division, I think.
I'll bet you 10,000 on that one.
He's probably got it marked down as a division one.
I know he does.
That's going to be one of the harder divisions in the league, especially with the Titans and the Colts. But
Yep.
oh man,
Alex, I don't see more than 4, brother. I don't see more than 4. I'm telling you, they will be picking in the top 4 next year too.
I'm excited.
Oh, Andrew Luck. There you go. There's a pick for you. Call him up. Tell Belichick to get Luck on the phone.
Doc him, I'd take Romo out of the booth right now. You guys laugh. I'm dead serious.
He knows how to he knows how to read the defense from
That's
now.
right.
Apparently, he's learned what he's sitting up in the booth. Didn't he just?
Well, now
like
he could see it. He could see it. He couldn't see through he could see from the top down. That's it.
Right. That's got to be the most frustrating thing for Cowboys fans to like watch, listen to him break down a play and know exactly where everybody's going. Yep. Like, what? Why didn't we win Super Bowls with you? I don't understand that. Man, there's no way. There's no way Andrew Luck's coming out. He's done. He's like doing Civil War reenactments, and
he's all rested up now. He's got fresh legs. He's good to go.
I think he's LARPing somewhere in West Virginia, like down in like Gettysburg or something. You've seen his Twitter thing, right? Where he's like Colonel Luck or something like that, and he's all like he looks like he's from the Civil
fantasy
War
stuff. What is that?
He's all about it. All about it. So
really?
That's pop. Oh yeah.
Right.
You got to look it up. He would even use like the same verbiage they would use back then when writing things.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane.
2 to 4 wins. Yeah, I'm with you. there. No doubt.
2 to 4.
New coach, even with what's his name, Lawrence coming in. What's he gonna do? How excited can you be going to that team?
I don't know. I mean, 2 first-round picks, $90 million to spend in free agency. They're going to get better, but they do have a tough schedule.
Yeah, very tough schedule.
I'm excited to see the Trevor Lawrence Zach Wilson matchup this year. That's going to be fun. That's going Monday Night Football.
That's going to be a bum fight, is what that's going to be. No one wants to watch the Jags and Jets play on Monday night. Not even night. Yeah, some Thursday night game on like week 16 or something. Actually, they don't even do Thursday on week 16, do they?
No,
like 14 or something. Whatever it is, that'll be a game I can go to bed at like 9:15 at. Oh shit. Okay, somebody tell me, Muck.
Who's the quarterback?
Dockham. Matt, you said Jacoby. Muck, who do you see as the Patriots quarterback next year? Dockham, you too. I get it if Jimmy G is traded. Carlos, what about you? Who do you see as the pass? Alex, tell me. Come on, help me out. Make me feel better, you guys. Make me feel better. This is about me right now. Right. It's all about me.
It's
Don't
so
you got
fun.
A younger relative that can go do a walk-on or something? Don't you got a cousin that's
I don't know.
The right age that can go try out?
I don't. I mean, my kid's like 23, but I think he's over the hill too. So
come on. You can try out.
He's a soccer player. He played soccer his whole life. Never played football. Great arm,
but you need a kicker now, right?
No. We drafted one last year in the 3rd round and then cut him.
So you need a kicker.
Deal for Teddy.
You like Bridgewater?
Teddy? Yeah, I mean, I'm a Teddy fan. I'll take that. I would. I would. In fact, I haven't even thought of that one. But is Teddy for sale though? They keep saying that they're going after Watson. So I get it, Alex. I get it completely. They go all in for Watson. That's fine. But do they have to give up Teddy in the Watson deal? Do they have to give up Teddy and then a couple other a couple other picks?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, if they get Watson, yeah. If they draft a quarterback, what if they take like Fields or Trey Lance and just hand the reins over?
I mean,
why would you not? Say you take Trey Lance there. Are you going to hold on to Teddy Bridgewater for the last year of his contract and then just let him walk? Or do you just take Lance, accept the growing pains, trade Bridgewater for a second? You might as well get something for him, or else he's just going to walk.
That's good.
That wow. Right there just got top fan honors right there.
Look at that. Give him a gold star. Put a gold star up there.
You're stopping at the Clam Shack, Johnny? I mean, I think Jimmy G too, if he's available. Matt, you're making a lot of sense. As much as I love disagreeing with you, and you know I love disagreeing with you, I think you're right. They probably would love that. Alex, I don't know if they're ready to move on unless they have a quarterback, though. I mean, even if they draft somebody, you got Christian McCaffrey back. Teddy Bridgewater didn't have him last year. And you want to know why I know that McCaffrey was out all year? Because I had the number one pick in 2 different fantasy leagues for the first time ever. And I took him.
Yeah.
I took him. I could have taken Saquon Barkley and been in the same exact position.
It wouldn't have mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered.
Nope. This year was a complete wash.
They thought they were.
Yeah.
This year I'm going to get 10. Somehow I'll get like some great pick, and his hamstring's going to pop out of his leg the first game. Literally pop out of his leg.
Man, in 2 auction drafts that I did, I built my teams around Christian McCaffrey, Austin Eckler, and Kenyon Drake. Those are my 3 building blocks, and I was like, "It's it. I'm done. I won this thing. It's over.
I won. I'm not starting anyone else."
And I think they played like a combined 4 games. So it was an absolute disaster.
I hate fantasy football.
So what about Hotlanta?
Clam box. That's right, Johnny. I'm sorry. No,
you're right. Look at that.
Oh, the clam box. I'll tell you what. You ever come up, Jim? We'll meet there first. It's in Ipswich. Great place.
Yeah?
Great place. Yeah.
So what about Atlanta with Ryan? Are they going to draft a quarterback and let Ryan go?
No, I think they're going to draft one.
I mean, right? Because he's what are they 5, 6 or something?
Yeah. They're only 4. They're 4.
Okay. 4. So they're probably taking a QB too. And then what about Ryan? Ryan's probably your best bet.
Stay another year.
Yeah, I think they take Fields and
let him learn behind him. I mean, Matt Ryan's a great guy to be under learning. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, he's
over. Wow,
that is a hot mess. Are they really?
And they said they wanted Jones, Julio Jones, and Ryan back, but I mean, it hasn't worked yet.
No,
right? Is it going to work this year? No.
Right.
No. So right, it could be Bridgewater, it could be Ryan coming off, it could be Winston, it could be
I don't know.
Dwayne Haskins, it could be Alex Smith, it could be Foles, it could be Trubisky, it could be you got a whole list of guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of options and nothing that you love.
Colt McCoy,
that's the bad thing.
Oh, Colt McCoy, Matt Mahoney would love that. Pat Staples, stop with him. They're not drafting a guy from Texas. You keep saying this, okay? They're not taking him. Maybe in the 3rd or 4th. Okay, 3rd or 4th, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I mean that could be a good plan too, because you're really everybody that you're talking about is a placeholder.
Well, that's what I mean.
So there's nobody you're drafting for the future. There's nobody you're signing. Excuse me. Nobody you're signing in free agency that's your future quarterback. It's your here and now quarterback. I mean, you probably have to draft 2 quarterbacks if that's what you're going to do this year, and just start throwing darts to see if something sticks. Kind of like the Robert Griffin, Kirk Cousins draft, where we take Griffin in the 1st, Cousins in the 3rd, and that turned out okay. But
and paying Cousins $140 million because they franchised him every year. What a great agent he has!
Yeah.
Great agent, best agent in football. Follow Kirk Cousins.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to leverage situations, man.
Follow Kirk Cousins. That's how you're going to make money.
So, no, it's interesting to see. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see who gets tagged next week, because that's what we're going to. I mean, that's going to be the big thing next week that we have to talk about is who is now off the block as a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to potentially be moving. Like I'm excited for that. I cannot wait to finally find out who you can look to see moving teams and who will be joining the Jazz, Patriots. We're going to be paying money to bring in some premier players. And, is Robinson going to be there? Is Galladay going to be there? Is Juju? Is, Godwin? Any of those receivers? Because we both need receivers. So I'm super excited to see what's going to happen with that as well.
I don't know. I'm kind of speechless in a way because, I mean, there's word that they're going to bring back Cam. I don't see how you do that. Stidham didn't play last year. Like Brian said earlier, Stidham's our guy. I would believe that if Stidham played at all. You know what I mean? If he played at all, and like when Cam was struggling, like they brought him in, he won a couple games maybe with his arm, but he didn't. I mean, Hoyer played before him at one point in time, and it's like Hoyer looked like an old crippled man against Kansas City, and I still think we played Kansas City well in the first half at least, but I don't think so either, Carlos. But I'll tell you what, if it comes to Colt McCoy or Cam Newton, I hate to say it, please sign Cam.
Oh yeah, it's Cam all day.
Yeah, but I mean, it's at the point where, because our defense, I mean, we're getting 2 starters back. I know Chung's older, Hightower's older, but I mean, we're basically getting 2 defensive starters and a starting offensive lineman. So I heard a station talking the other day. That's like 3 free agents. You know what I mean? That just came back to your team. So kind of like with you, Jim, with Nate Solder. There's another offensive lineman. Now, he didn't play great his first year there, but at least the potential's there. He's at least there on the team. You don't have to go shop for him. Stop Matt with your Colt McCoy because he's just stop it. You sound like a moron. Colt McCoy, come on, stop.
Jesus.
I can't believe he's still in the league.
He hung in there. He beat Seattle.
Oh, Jesus.
He beat Seattle.
I know he did.
With Russell Wilson. Come on.
Stop with Colt McCoy, Matt.
All right. It's done. I'm sold. The new quarterback of the New England Patriots is Colt McCoy.
On.
If that
How many people go there and beat him?
Do you know how much I'll be able to get a Pats ticket for? If Jim, I'll tell you what. If Colt McCoy's our starting quarterback, I can get you Pats tickets for $5. Or Jim, they're going to smash my window and leave 4 more.
Oh my God!
I agree, Carlos. I think they should go after Jameis too. I think that's the biggest potential. Maybe sign him to a hefty. I hate to say this. Sign him to a hefty 2-year type contract. Guarantee 1 year at like $15 million. They got the money, and see what you got. See what you got. But whoever comes. We keep talking about quarterback. Who the hell's catching footballs?
Right.
Who's doing that? What tight end?
What wide receiver?
What wide receiver?
Edelman?
I mean, I'm sorry. And if I'm Jameis Winston and I can take a $7 million contract for New Orleans and throw to Thomas and Kamara and Emmanuel Sanders and Jared Cook if they're able to keep them, where am I going?
Yeah, I mean, there's nobody. I mean, even if they open it up 100% like Texas did and say Gillette Stadium wide open, you're still only gonna have 20% of the fans there because there's gonna be nothing to watch.
Right.
There's gonna be no team on the field.
Right.
So we're talking about wins. How many wins are the Pats gonna have? Right. We talked about this earlier. I mean, the Pats are gonna be in the basement. The Pats are gonna be in last place in the East.
Hold on a second.
Everybody knows it.
We won 7 games. I'll bet you $100 right now we're not in last.
Who's in last?
The Jets. Thank you. Yeah, you don't want that. Hold on. Now let me.
You take it, Jim. You take it.
Joe will take that bet.
Let me finish.
How can I bet on the Jets? I mean, Joe can bet on the Jets.
I tried doing this with you guys 2 weeks ago. Okay, 200, and I'll give you a win. You still won't do it because
for who's in last place.
Yeah.
Take it, Joe. That's money in the bank. That's money in the bank. Take his money.
Hold on.
He's trying to give you money.
With Cam Newton as our quarterback last year, we're not going to get much worse than Cam. We still won 7 games, and our team's only going to be better with all that cap money. You think the Jets are going to be better than New England?
Yeah, we have more money and we'll have a new quarterback and we don't have Adam Gase. There's nowhere to go but up. I mean, in reality, if you tell me they're going to win, they're going to win less games.
Andrew Jackson's that the Patriots have at least a 1-game better record than the Jets. I'll give you 1 game.
Take it, Joe. Take it. How can you not take that?
You want to know? Thank you. Cam Newton
money in the bank
last year, and we still won 7 games. We're going to win 10 games next year with Colt McCoy. So won't make the playoffs, but we'll win 10 games with Colt McCoy.
You're going to win 10 games with Colt McCoy.
I don't know about that. I don't even know if we have Colt McCoy. I'm just saying the Patriots will not be in the basement. Thank you.
He's saying the Jets are going to be in the basement, and you're saying the Pats are going to be. Take the bet. Take the bet. Take the bet. You can't wait till week 7.
For
you
what?
Have to take it now.
For what, 100?
I mean, I'd rather go 2 because I'd rather take 200 from you.
No.
But if you want to go 100, I mean, look, Joe, you and I have been friends for a long time in industrial.
Van Noy's available too. That's right.
That's kind of that's good.
Take it.
It's a dick move, Carlos, but that was good.
Carlos, very good, brother. Very good. And yeah, the Pats defense is going to be money. Pats defense is going to be good. There's no doubting that. And it's just whoever's going to be the Joe. You know what? How about this? Don't answer now. Don't answer now. I'll even let you wait till the next time we talk about football, because will that be the 11th? So we'll talk the 11th. Are they franchising that or not?
Yeah, they have to have franchising by the 9th.
Okay. Well, here. You know what?
Oh.
I'll tell you what. We'll
hear a little more juice coming. Squeeze that.
I know. I mean, I'll take it right now. I don't have a problem, and I'll give you a win. And a win. And a win. And I'll even say this: a tie. If there's a tie, so if the Pats are 7-9 and the Jets are 6-10, the Jets are now 7-9 and we're 7-9. I lose. I even lose with the tie.
Wow!
So the Jets win the tiebreaker.
Jets win the tiebreaker.
Shake on it right now.
You win the tiebreaker, Joe. Okay, don't look at it like the Jets. Okay.
All right, put it on the board.
200 or 100?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I want to do $1 million, but you won't do that.
I don't have $1 million to give you yet.
I don't either, but I feel that confident.
I don't want to be that. I don't want to be that guy that's getting my fingers broken because I can't pay up.
Look, I know people in Seattle, so we want to do that.
You'll send family from Lynn, I'm sure, and I'll get a door.
Wait, do I go now? I may have some friends.
Yeah.
Trex could win 6. We'll go.
That's okay. I don't have to worry about that because the Patriots aren't going to win 5. So.
Wait a minute. I have a better one.
Wait a minute. Was that other bet already confirmed or no?
Which one?
Yeah, I said I took it.
The 200. The 200's in. That's it. That bet's in.
You want to do 2 or 1, Joe?
Let's do 1. I need to spread it out a little bit. I know we're going to have more.
1, you get a win, and you win the tie.
All right.
Wow. Man, I'm going to win money. I got to start writing these bets down. I got one with who else do I got one with? I got one with someone else too. Is it with
Trevor Lawrence Simmons already paid out?
I know, but I thought I made another one.
No, Jim didn't take your bet last week.
Oh yeah, Jim, I'll get you to bet too. And
I just can't bet on the Jets because I know what happens, so I can't do it. I can't do it. Even though I do think they will have more wins. I do think the Pats will be in the basement, but how can I bet on the Jets? I can't do it.
You think the Jets?
I think the Pats are in the basement. I think it's Buffalo. We all agree Buffalo's winning the division. Is that yes? Is that a yes? Buffalo's the first.
We'll see. No. We'll see what happens with the Jets. But
the Patriots are.
Wait a minute. Now you think the Jets may be the winning of the division, but you couldn't bet him. It took you 45 minutes to say yes.
I do not think the Jets are going to win the division.
Holy cow! So it's Buffalo first. Who's second? Miami second.
New England.
Jets are second. So where's Miami? Miami's third or fourth?
Third, yeah. Yeah, because
Miami's third by both of you. Both of you say Miami's third, and each one of you say your other team, the opposite team, is in last. Right.
Yeah, but Joe's been drinking, Jim. So
I know.
Last year, he thinks the Jets are going to win 11 games again.
Remember that? They were going to win the division, I think. Well, they were going to make the playoffs at least.
I'm putting this bet in my phone real quick because I know there's going to be some football bets. It's going to be the football bets.
Yeah,
we need
to create a website.
So, honey, if you're watching this and I drop dead, all my football bets are in my notes section of my iPhone. Make sure you collect.
Yeah, and Jackie, I will be holding that life insurance policy until I get my money.
Joe.
Oh man.
Joe owes me 200.
That's what no lie. I put Joe owes me 100, but I better.
100. Yeah.
Bet Joe. Pats have more wins.
Not happening. Maybe if we did like a combined over the next 3 years, but they might have more wins this season than the Jets this season.
Win and the tiebreaker.
No, Carlos, he's going to Tom Brady that phone and just. Oops. Hey, right. Hey, John, let me see that phone so we could pay up. What phone? Boom.
What phone?
Oh, I don't know.
Right now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was trying to throw it to my friend on a boat, slipped in the water. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I know what
the bottom of the Gulf.
I know what the bet is. I forgot to tell you guys. Carlos, she triggered it. I bet one of my buddies straight up. No, I get 6 points with New England that they beat the Cowboys when they come here next year. That's what it was, $100. Because what I said was the Cowboys are going to screw up.
And 6 points?
I mean, I get 6 points. The Patriots get 6 points.
Oh,
okay. I was going to say.
I agree with that, Mark. Buffalo's winning. Yes. I think everyone agrees that Buffalo wins. No doubt.
Oh, yeah.
They should have went a little bit more after JJ Watt too.
Buffalo?
Yes.
I think he's washed up, but
to me that was terrible signing with Arizona, but
yeah. Well, not for him. He gets the warmth, the sunshine, gets to play in a great stadium. He's got Kyler Murray on the other side. And he's back with his boy Nuke. I mean, what more could you ask for? Poor Deshaun Watson. I mean, I feel like we should take a moment of silence for him just to really absorb the shit sandwich that he's taken.
Right. The first play of the year, he gets hit and he goes down. I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. I can't think straight. I can't play. I gotta sit every week. Well,
this concussion. This is a major concussion.
I'm still dizzy. I don't know what it is.
Yeah. It's a category 3.
Do you guys remember last year when I said I wanted the Patriots to go all in on Deshaun Watson because he would make a great Patriot? He truly would. And then he signed that extension. He signed an extension like a week later. And I swear I cried in my pillow for 3 weeks because the guy, I mean, I'm telling you, he's a top 3 quarterback, man. He's just an amazing quarterback, and he's going to suffer on that team. And it's just too bad. It's too bad Houston can't be good because it's not because of him. Look what he did last year with okay, he has decent receivers like Matt said. I'll say decent. But he made that team. He made that team. Made it. I mean, he had receivers down all year. Exactly, Matt. I agree. I was so hoping the Pats were going to sign him when he became a free agent. So hoping.
Yeah, you should have called. I bet you O'Brien would have thrown a first-round pick in with him too, just to get rid of him. You could have given him up for N'Keal Harry and got a first-round pick. All they had to do was call. That's it.
I know.
O'Brien would have taken it. He was out of his mind there at the end.
Oh, Brady to Watson. Jesus, whatever.
Yeah. I bet you Arizona called and they're like, let's just make a joke. It'll be funny. We'll laugh about it for years to come. And he's like, yeah, I'll take it. They're like, what? I said Hopkins for David Johnson.
Yeah. They say yes. He's like, hey, everybody, they took it. They said yes.
I don't know what to do now. I wasn't expecting this to happen. Just hang up.
Crank caller.
Anyway. All right, cool.
I don't know. I guess more to come though. More to come. We'll see who gets traded. See if there's any more crazy trades like the Wentz. I mean, Stafford and Goff. Traded teams. It's just we don't have a quarterback to trade. So
yeah.
And
what if Detroit packages Goff? I mean they're picking pretty high. They could grab somebody. They could be planning on grabbing a quarterback at what are they picking? 7? Right after the Eagles, I think. So what if they grab a quarterback at 7? They give you guys a call. Hey, you want to take Jared Goff? give us a second round, third round pick for him, and
I'd be fine with that.
probably
I
a
would.
second and a third, and take his big contract.
I mean, honestly, the money, who cares? I don't care about that.
Yeah, you guys got it.
Yeah, I mean, they got the money this year, so why not? But again, whatever quarterback they get, again, they have to find a wide receiver. Or a couple or a tight end. That's why Kyle Rudolph, I don't think you'd have to pay a lot for him. Sure, he's going to go to Detroit to die, isn't he?
He is.
That's why I'd go after Rudolph. I mean, at least the guy can catch footballs. At least he can block. He's a blocking tight end. I mean, I don't know. It's just I don't think we're going to be in line for Pitts at 15. I think Pitts will be gone in the top 7 or 8.
Oh yeah.
Well, not if 4 quarterbacks go in the top 5, but I think he's gone in the top 10.
Sure.
I don't think he gets past New York. I don't think he gets past the Giants. If he's still sitting there, I think the Giants are going to pounce because he's too good.
And they should, because that will give Danny Dimes that breakaway guy that he needs to help him out. I mean,
and with the massive loss of Golden Tate, I mean, what are they going to do? Right? You have to.
Unless Gettleman goes O-line again. I mean, who knows?
Not with Pitts there. You can't. I mean, if
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe Slater from Northwestern, but I don't know. It just to me it's too powerful of a weapon to let sit there.
I agree.
You got Solder coming back. I mean, there's your free agent.
He's restructuring too, so we need that because we only have like 900,000 to play with.
Yeah.
So, well, we freed up money with Tate, but
that's good. You can sign your 6th and 7th round picks. That's it.
Yeah. Man. All right. Yeah. Well, I'm super excited to see Colt McCoy go to New England. I think that's what we decided who's going to be the next quarterback, and that gives me $100. So I'm pretty pumped because Colt McCoy will lock that bet in. You could just pay me before the season starts.
I'm telling you, the Pats are going to win 10 games next year.
Oh my God! What?
There's 10
games.
There's no way. You literally said we don't have a quarterback, we don't have a tight end, we don't have anybody to throw it to.
I don't know what the name of the show is. Who's the quarterback for the Pats? That's the name of the show, and now they're going to win 10 games. Come on.
Hey, they should have won 8 last year. All right, 8 with no one, 8 with no offense. So you add anything to nothing, which they won 7 games. You add anything to 7, and you get 10. Come on, Carlos, back me up, man.
He's saying he doesn't know.
He's not.
10.
He's saying.
Okay, 9. You want to bet 9? You guys won't bet 9 though. Look at Jim; he's smirking. He's not betting 9.
I'm looking at Joe. I don't bet on the Jets.
This isn't a Jets bet. This is an over under Patriots bet.
Oh, well, that's true too.
I'll tell you what. We don't want to have too many bets on one show. We'll do one bet show.
That's it. There's a one bet quota. That's it.
It's a one bet quota. All right. Yeah. And it's probably something in the airwaves that we can't bet more than once. I don't know.
It's an FCC thing.
It's an FCC thing. Sorry, guys, I can't bet anymore tonight. All right, I have to follow the rules.
You've capped out. So anyway,
Ty Wallace, Oklahoma State, huh? Okay, well, who's throwing it to him?
Yes,
exactly.
John. Who's throwing it to him?
The guy that's going to deliver 10 wins. That's
the 10-win free agent quarterback that nobody wants.
So even if we re-sign Cam Newton, we're still going to have 2 more wins than the Jets. Think of it that way.
Wow.
Okay. Man. Look at Joe. You got no comeback for that either. That's the best part.
It's like talking to a crazy person right now. I'm talking to Stephen A. Smith over here. Just nonsense. Pure nonsense coming out of your mouth.
That's right. He's got TB12 as his screen name there. Yeah. It's not Brady. Brady's not coming back. He's not.
Look what's hanging up back there in the back of his screen.
Brady back there. Brady is
living in the past. Living in the past.
This is 2021.
Okay. Those days are over, mister.
If they get Jimmy G, wait till you see the bet I throw out then. It will blow your minds.
If they get Jimmy G, I'm not going to be happy with the bet that we made.
You won't.
I'm going to tell you that.
That's why you shouldn't have bet till right before the season started.
But
the same thing.
We're both taking.
Because I mean, really, either one of us, we don't know the direction the Jets are going. Quarterback, we don't know any free agents that are going to be signed on either side of the ball. So, I mean, it's a straight up. I'm assuming that the Jets are going to improve enough to beat your quarterbackless team. So that's
Yes.
what I'm
Yes,
basing
he
my
does
bet
that.
off of.
Yes, he does.
You think he will do that?
Yes, he will retire a New England Patriot. Absolutely. I was talking to somebody else about that. He'll come back for just like you said, a one-day retire as the Pats. I guarantee you, Kraft. I'm willing to bet that conversation has already been had.
I wonder what
47. He'll be
what happens
47
if-
and he'll say, "You want a one-day contract?" And he's like, "Well, I might as well just play another year. You have no quarterback still. It's 27. It's 2027. You still don't have a quarterback. You want me to come back now?"
Yeah.
Hey, I'll take Brady at 50.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sure you would.
Right. So what if Brady wins like 4 Super Bowls, 5 Super Bowls down there? What does he do? Is he going to come back to New England? I don't. Whew.
That means the Patriots aren't winning them. That's the bad part about
That's
that.
right.
Well, that's
I
a
mean,
given.
Yeah, no, they're definitely not winning them. I mean, we went from the Pats not being in the basement to now the Pats are winning 10 to now the Pats are winning the Super Bowl. Come on.
Look,
Come on. You're not in the playoffs for a long time.
okay, listen. I don't want to blow next week's show. Actually, it's not even next week's show. I'm telling you guys, I'm going to come out with something if the Patriots sign Jimmy G that's going to make you guys shake your head and say, you know what? John is right. John is going to be right. If they sign Jimmy G and then get one of these free agent wide receivers, I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag this week because I don't want to talk about it because he's not here. Again,
that's how we started the show. We started the show with, I'm not going to talk about Jimmy G because he's under contract with San Fran.
Well, everybody keeps throwing up Jimmy G up there. And I said it last year.
What are you talking about? Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
I'm with you there.
All I'm saying is if they somehow miraculously get Jimmy G, you'll hear some bold predictions out of this straight talking mouth. And I don't
that he's gonna play 6 games. Is that gonna be one of the predictions? He starts 6 games for the year, and the rest of them are on the bench on the shelf.
He'll stay healthy. That's why we're going to sign Coach
Zach Ertz, yeah. Why don't you go after him? He's available, right?
I'd rather have. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. But right now, my
I don't
take
know what
is
to tell you.
Jameis Winston. Go after Jameis Winston.
I think it'll be Jacoby coming back.
Probably, but I'd rather have Jameis Winston.
Yeah. What do you think, Jim?
I think they're going to tank and let Stidham play all year, and that's it.
And still have more wins than the Jets.
That would be something. That would be something. Just let Stidham go, and who cares?
Even tanking, we'd have more wins than the Jets.
Then you failed at tanking.
Yeah.
Then you're just losing. It's not tanking.
And
Ask Trevor Lawrence Simmons. He knows what tanking is.
Yeah.
You pull every good player off the field and you let them go out and get the shit beat out of them every week so you can get Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
That's how you tank.
Yeah. It's Doug Peterson. He'll tell you how to do it.
Right. Yeah. Do we want to start our first or second string quarterbacks? No. Better throw
don't even suit up tonight. I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Stay in the street clothes.
Minshew, go away. Everybody else, go away. Who do we have? Who's our third or fourth string quarterback? Put him in. He's our best chance to win.
Yeah.
We're really trying to win. Yeah, sure you are. So anyway, all right. Yeah, so we'll be back. We got to wrap it. We're getting long, but all right. So I'm saying Brissett. Jim, you're saying ride Stidham to a new quarterback next year, and you're saying Jameis Winston.
I would like to see, as of right now, the free agents, if they go after anybody, I'd like to see them go after Jameis Winston.
Interesting. So what I'm getting from this show is literally nobody has a clue.
Yeah. Yep.
Because even the comments, everybody's all over the board. So it's going to be exciting. I cannot wait for free agency to start because the crazy thing is New England has to jump on a quarterback quick because you can't afford to let one or two of these guys slip by and then your options get worse and worse and worse and worse. So they have to have their guy targeted and they have to go after him. If it's me, that's who you're calling the night at 12:01 when negotiations open up. You're calling Winston or Brissett or whoever it is and saying, we need you in New England.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. And we're not too far off from that. What, 2 weeks? Is it? So I can't wait for that show. That show is going to be a blast because that's the great thing about New England NFL free agency is it hits hot and heavy. Like it's not a baseball free agency where, there's certain center fielders for certain New England teams that are being signed days into spring training.
I'm happy about that.
Save that for Monday.
I'm happy about it. There's another body blow to John there. God, it's brutal.
Right.
How are you going to let JBJ go? Come on.
That's
Bullshit.
next week.
I'm still mad about that. He was my favorite out of all three of them.
I'm glad to see him go. Every game I went there against Seattle, he went ballistic.
Yep.
It was something. I'm surprised he didn't go to Seattle. He would have been outstanding.
Went to Milwaukee.
You'd have to look up the stats from that game. That I know, like me and Mitch went to that game. We didn't even watch from like the 6th inning on. We just stayed underneath and just drank beer for the rest of the game. And it ended up being like 21 to like 3 or something like that. And Jackie Bradley had like 3 home runs and like, what was it? Like some insane, like 12 RBIs in that game or something. I was just like,
what?
Yeah. It was disgusting. It was I couldn't believe it. Like we literally never went back out to watch the game. We just stood in front of the concession stands and just kept drinking for the rest of the day. You'd hear the whole place would erupt in cheers. You'd look up, another home run, smash another beer, Oh God, it was the worst. Yeah. Anyway. All right. But yeah, we'll definitely be back Monday. We'll talk about some baseball stuff. I definitely want to get into that Jackie Bradley thing a little bit more. And, Red Sox pitching, we got to talk about what's going on with that. If that's going to rebound, who's going to be on the field, the Yankees, you've got a whole slew of things to talk about there with Boone already having a heart attack 3 games into the season.
Yeah, that's good. Hold it. Having a heart attack. I don't know if that's what the
heart issues, heart attack.
Joe, I read the same thing. I read heart attack.
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a heart attack.
Thank God he's okay.
But it might have been because Gary Sanchez's home run has not come down yet.
Yeah.
I'm not quite sure. But yeah, we'll definitely talk about it Monday. So we'll be back for baseball on Monday. And then off and on from there. Thursdays we'll do football, catch up everything that's going on, and then go from there. So we got to catch everybody up on what's going on and start previewing for the baseball season. So until then, Alex, I'm so sorry. Best of luck for your Royals season. Probably be another 25 years or so before a playoff berth, but best of luck. Anyway, all right, guys. So
that's coming from a Mariner fan, Alex.
Yeah,
so
trust me. I know. I know what it's like. Anyway, there isn't a fan in sports, I think, that's had a worse drought than I have as a fan, and somehow I'm still here. I cannot believe it. But,
right.
All right. So yeah, until then, guys, have a great weekend. Stay safe. And please come back and join us Monday, talk some baseball. So for John, for Jim, I'm Joe. We will see you guys later.